Good morning to everyone on the East Coast and West Coast. But G,
Good.
you're in Europe, so it's afternoon for you.
Good afternoon, good morning.
Good morning, good afternoon. It's Friday.
It is.
But you know what? For people like us, that just means we're going to start the weekend of more building.
Exactly.
Yeah, just even more time to build on the weekend. Welcome in, everyone. We have our new weekly live stream. We're going to try for weekly. We can't guarantee every weekly, but we're going to try to be here every week. And it's G and I, we're going to be hosting this thing, but we might switch it up every once in a while. But the gist of it is each week we want to bring you the latest of Softr and show you how to use the latest features and just generally just build things. We'll answer your questions along the way. We'll have a ton of fun. For this episode, we have 3 things we want to show you, and we're going to do some experiments live with you as well. So we have Softr workflows, which we launched this month. We're going to continue to show you how to use those. We're going to show you how to use the UI triggers for Softr workflows. This means that you can have a button in Softr that triggers a workflow in Softr workflows, which then shows a loading screen to your users in Softr apps, and then eventually brings your user in Softr apps to the destination that you choose from Softr workflows. It's a mouthful. It's a mouth. I can't even say it. Mouthful. There we go. But we're going to show you and break it down for you. And then we're going to showcase our vibe coding block. This is not live yet. This is an employee-only release currently as we're experimenting and just having way too much fun with it. But soon to be live for all of you. For any of those that entered our build week, which was last week, we have 400 builders in there. They also got access to this vibe coding block too, and they've been playing around with it as well.
We saw quite some interesting uses there, right?
We did, and it was really cool to kind of see it come to action. For anybody that is tuning in live, feel free to say where you're calling in from, and just generally, if you have any questions, let us know. Put it in the comments. We're going to be answering questions live as we build, have fun, teach, explore with Softr.
And JJ, you, by the way, you said this will be weekly. Next week I might not be available, but for a good reason. There is actually next week in France a very nice no-code gathering. So if there are any people, tuning in from France, I can recommend, if you haven't got your ticket yet, to join the big event that the French community is organizing. I can share maybe the link with you here, but you will probably have to, I don't know where to send it. A very nice gathering, and the cool part about it is that the actual app of the event has been built with Softr. So we've got a full app with like the agenda, all the sessions, the participants, different workshops, and a lot of information about the events that are directly powered by a very nice Softr app. So that's very nice to see.
Awesome. Put that link in the description. Also, yesterday we released Softr What's New newsletter. It's a newsletter that we have on LinkedIn, and it showcased everything that we kind of did in October, which was a lot of things. I made the joke that the hardest thing about doing this newsletter is trying to fit it all into the newsletter. But anyways, I'm going to share that link with you here too, because that is very helpful for anybody that's checking for our latest resources or anything like that. So I'm going to put it here. Tuning in from Detroit. Welcome, Joe. Good to see you.
Welcome.
And all right, G, why don't you put your screen up and let's get to work here. We got some building to do.
We have quite some work to do. Perfect. I can give some context. I was this week preparing a brand new template, and this would be an AI CRM. We've already got some CRM templates, but this one will be way more AI enabled, and you will have some as an end user some tools and some AI analytics, some enrichment to really make your CRM work more streamlined. And we'll have to add some more features to this app to make sure that the template is finalized.
So what's the gist of the template? So it's an AR CRM. This allows you to do what?
Yeah. So if I log in, for example, as a sales rep, there is, for example, if you go in your deals and you manage your pipeline, you might have a deal. Let's take a look at this one. One that has a lot of interactions. Let me just try to find one. Yeah, here with, here it's like 8 of them, but sometimes you have 100 emails like with these enterprise accounts, and it's really difficult to understand and to remember what's the status of this all. So for example, here I've added an Ask AI button that can help you go through all the interactions, so emails, meetings, summaries, etc.
So hey, when was the last time that we did this, or what did we talk about this, and AI can pull it out for you.
Exactly. Yeah. What's the timeline for our conversations, and you can get insights real quick. For example, if you're not the sales rep, but you're another team member of that CRM, that company using the CRM, you might want to get just a quick summary of everything that happened.
Nice.
I also wanted to,
and adding Ask AI is really easy. You go to that table and go to the action buttons and just add the Ask AI.
Yeah.
So super easy to config.
We lost also at the deal level here. Imagine you have a lot of deals in your pipeline and you want to kind of know a bit about those deals. You've got the information right there.
Very good. Gee, so you've been building in Softr for 3 years now. This looks pretty good. How long do you think it has taken you to build this so far?
So I have the recordings. It's 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Wow.
But actually, because I was commenting a lot what I was doing to make it really, because I'm recording that also as a video, so it's actually a bit longer than I actually would have taken. So
So you built a whole AI CRM. It's not fully there, but it's close in about 2 hours. So we could definitely do this in a day in Softr, especially if you know what you're doing. This format looks really clean. We have a lot of different interactions here. Do you want to pull up Softr databases and just kind of show us around the tables and how that's working? And then I want to look at the landing page and apply a little bit of vibe coding magic to that as well.
We need to do that, exactly. Yeah. Because one of the aspects of this CRM is that we also let the public, so visitors, fill in a form that's your kind of talk to sales or request a demo form, and they directly feed your pipeline of deals, creating a new deal in this new opportunity stage. So we have users, we have then all our contacts with some data like that. We have our companies with actually here, based on the domain and the company name, we can get the industry, the description, and the number of employees automatically using AI. So I wrote here this very simple prompt, and I connected it here with this toggle to internet. And with that, it's able to, for my sales reps who just want to understand what's this company about, 3 bullet points, I think, is a great one to have a better understanding of what they do. So you don't have to spend time, researching, checking their website, etc. But you can get some quick insights on.
Yeah, that's a nice one. It's a good use case for database AI agents. I also saw that you were using database AI agents to do some research and enriching to figure out the employee amount that they have.
Exactly.
So we have 5, 6 different tables here: users, contacts, companies, deals, interactions, tasks. Can you just give us a high-level overview of how you're thinking about this structure?
Yeah. So I basically think about, okay, in this CRM, what do I want my team to manage? We have in our business, we talk to people. So these are our contacts. Sometimes you have 3 points of contact from the same company. So you actually want a dedicated table for companies. So you are able here to map, here, look at that. 5 contacts, I automatically calculate that with a rollup. So we have this other object. Then we have deals, because sometimes one company, we have 2 different deals that we're negotiating with them, one for their marketing team, one for a later deal next year. So we want to be able to handle each deal individually. And then especially because it's an AI-enabled CRM. I really wanted to keep the logs of everything that we have discussed. So one line per interaction. It can be a meeting, an email, and I also know if it was inbound or outbound. So we keep it all here, so we are also able to go through them. But yeah, definitely have our AI help with that. And then a very simple, task management with this task description,
Nice.
task assigned user, and a due date. So from there, for example, we can also have some workflows that will send you a little Slack. Hey, due date is tomorrow. Time to get working on this one. So,
do you have any workflow set up yet?
Yeah, I do. Let me pull some up here. I have actually a workflow to send emails from the. You can send those from the CRM right away. So if you open here our contact details page, you see here all the past interactions that we've had, and you can log one manually if you want to log the summary of a meeting or the transcript. But I've also added here a form where you can write an email to that contact, and I will directly include who's the contact, who's the person sending, the timestamp.
You're doing that with hidden fields because you're on a detail page and you're able to get those hidden fields.
Yeah, I don't want to tell whom I'm sending this to because we are already on the page of that contact.
Gotcha.
And in my workflow, I then have a very simple checkbox that I fill with the form that says that this is an email to send. And then we are sending the subject, the body, the reply will go to the person that was sending that email. And then we just log properly the actual content of this interaction. So our CRM is clean.
That's easy peasy now. Man, Softr Workflows added so much there. Like a simple little send workflow. Before Softr Workflows, you would have had so many more automations and whatnot. This is just automation, database, send. Awesome. What's this workflow you got here?
So as we'll get back to that and we'll find ways to improve it. But we also have here a sort of public page where our leads can fill in that form.
Okay.
To say, hey, I would like to, I need your help on implementing your software, etc. Filling up that form will create a new opportunity. So a new deal in your CRM.
So this is someone coming in like a lead coming into your company and you're tracking. Okay.
You could have that form on your more marketing website. It doesn't have to be attached to your CRM, but this was an example of how you can connect that to your CRM's data. And here, what's actually very valuable is whenever we get a new demo request, first we have to tell the team, hey, we got this new demo request with their message. Go check it out. So that's
and right here, what you're doing in the message field is you're adding static and dynamic text. So we have static text there, and then we're using variables that we're getting from the workflows to add those dynamic text in there as well.
Exactly. I could do full name, and then I just add here their first name,
the @ symbol, and then you grab it from the trigger of the workflow, and then you get their first full name.
Last name.
Awesome.
And we're good to go.
All right. So in that case, you put the first and last name together, and it's going to combine for the full name.
Exactly. And then what's happening is, sometimes, and I've been in sales for the past few years, like you get the same person is asking for 3 different demos, maybe over a couple months. What we want to do is to check in our CRM if we already have that contact, that email. And if we already have it, then we're good. We will not do anything. But if we didn't find anyone, it means it's a new contact, and we don't want to have the sales rep having to fill that contact information manually. That would be a waste of time. So what we're doing here is we're creating a contact with the information we got, and instead of asking company name in the form, which would be decreasing your conversion rate, because if they have so many fields to fill up, your prospects, they will maybe just do something else instead of asking for your support. So here, based on the email that they shared, we will extract from the domain name in your email after the @ symbol. We'll get here the actual company name that we can use.
Mm.
Then I've used here a code node, but we will soon have more data transformation, but just to extract what comes after that @ in their email, so we can get their exact domain.
Oh, interesting. So you're taking the data from the step previously and you're running a code step to extract their domain from that URL they provide?
Exactly. And I didn't have to code that. I simply pulled here the code builder, and I said, hey, I have at some point in my workflow an email. Can you write here a custom code that would
very nice.
extract the domain name? And it did it for me. I tried and it worked out of the box. So I can rely on that because it's a code. It will always work. It's not AI related, and it has been written once by AI, and it will work.
That's a really
forever.
smart way to use that step. It's almost like a built-in formatter, and with the AI code builder, it allows you to build those code steps however you need to with AI and not having to do the code yourself.
Exactly. And it would be here quite I would say it wouldn't be efficient to have AI extract that domain name, because we can do it with a logical operation. It's everything that's after the @ So here I prefer to use a code, but to find enrich company information, etc. Here AI, you toggle on web search and you're
do me a favor, go to step 8 and show me how you get the results of step 7.
Yeah, so we can actually do that over again. When I'm creating then a company, because it's also a new contact means new company.
Okay.
We are here pulling with that sign again. I can then pick from any previous step. I can then decide here to get the data from the step number 6, which was, if you remember, getting the exact company name. And that's the way I get my company name being properly cleaned. My domain comes from this one. And here I directly map the contact that we had created. I directly connected to that company because in our relational database, in Softr databases, we have created a connection between contacts and companies, which makes it very streamlined and clean. And the best thing about that is that because I give the company name and the domain, if you remember in my database here for companies, I will then automatically have my industry here being found by the AI data, the database AI agent, the description, and the number of employee. So if we summarize, from one email that was shared, an email address shared in this form, we've got new contacts being created or matched, a new company that's being created and enriched, so that the sales rep, they get this notification on Slack, they're ready to go. They're ready to hit, to write their personalized email based on these insights, press send, and it took, 2 minutes to get back to a demo request, which is a good practice. Don't let your demo requests wait for too long.
And you know what? It's all happening in Softr now. No external tools required. One subscription, you get it all. You can build a full AI CRM in 2 hours or more with Softr now. So we have that form. That form is very important for us because that's where leads enter details to then kick off all this operations. Let's actually talk about this form and create a landing page for the CRM that utilizes this form to make it in a really beautiful way to hopefully get more leads filling out this form.
Exactly. If I'm previewing my app right now as a non-logged in user, that's what they would see. And like in B2B sales,
it's fine, but we could do better.
You really need to stand out with unique designs and styles, and we can probably do better than that. And I think that's what we're about to do right now.
Okay, so this right now is using our old hero static block, right?
Yeah.
And so we're now going to replace this with our vibe coding block, which is not publicly accessible yet. But again, any builders that participated in our build week last week have access to it. Also, our Softr partners have access to this. And then it will come generally available in the next couple of weeks. But until then, why don't you pull up the vibe coding block and let's show people how it could be accessed and used.
Yeah, should we directly try to do the form trick? Or
We should.
Yeah. So what we want to do, this form is we want to keep this form because it's connected to our Softr database in a very safe way. It's our conditional form that really has great flexibility. Here we have even like some hidden fields, so some information that we pass right away. So we definitely want to keep that form, but what we want to do is to better integrate it within a better design for this page. So what we can do here, it's a little trick, maybe like before we are actually able to connect natively to your data sources from that vibe coding block, but for now we will just be using a little trick here. We will copy the embed code of this block, which means that we can, iframe it on another website, for example. Same as you integrate a YouTube video in your article. Here you get, by clicking here, a little code snippet that enables to embed that.
So what this will allow us to do is to take this form and to have our vibe coding block embed the form into the design that it creates, so it's a seamless experience.
Yeah, we might have to host this one on another page in the future, so we can hide it, like it will not appear here.
Why don't you just show us quickly how to move that block to a new page?
Yeah,
because I think a lot of users often forget that that's even available.
Yeah, let's first add our page, and we will say like form hosting just for now. And if I go back.
Oh, you still there? Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
and I lost you for a second. All right, so now you're moving this block to a specific page.
Yeah,
great.
So if I go in there, it's there. And I will this time copy this code, and we will for now just hide this one.
Cool.
So we will I'll search here vibe.
So vibe coding block is available in static blocks. It's a static block right now. All right. And now we have our co-builder experience where we can ask it to build a block or even a page for us, but it is all static in that way. And so with using the vibe coding block, say you want to add buttons. If that's the case, then you'll need to tell the AI where those buttons need to go to. So because it's static, it's not as rich of an experience as it is to build in Softr in that way, where you can have that no-code button-like experience, but you can still do a lot with it. So G, what kind of a prompt should we give to the AI right now?
So we had here a sort of hero section, but I think we can do even more. And not feel limited by having just one section, but have maybe like this maybe 4 value propositions or things like that. So I was thinking, when building this CRM, I made it quite generic, but like for a company that would sell digital data management software, so software as a service with subscriptions, and we could maybe prompt it that way. Build a landing page for I'll also just use my voice, a startup that sells digital software and data hosting solutions. So I need a couple very modern looking sections that are typical for a startup, and what I need you to integrate at the end is to embed this form. I'll just precise it's a demo request.
Yep. Give it some context so it knows how to use it. And then we got to actually give it the embed code to do.
Exactly.
And then the vibe coding block is automatically taking the brand colors and theme colors of your application and embedding it there. So we don't really need to give it specific colors unless we want to do it. I also want to note that if you want any images hosted or anything like that, you can grab the image URL wherever it's hosted and put it into the prompt, and then the vibe coding block will use that image as well in that way. While we're waiting for it, the vibe coding block does iterate on itself. So if the first response that we get isn't what we want, then we can ask it to iterate it and adjust it from there. Again, it's very much like speaking to an AI coding assistant that's doing that coding for you, and working with Softr in a really intelligent way to make it happen.
So in a couple seconds, it should be ready.
It says, haven't forgotten about you, still working. Hang tight, we're almost there.
I had it running right before but this is
I think it's going to get there.
Yeah. I think it's probably doing a very long page, right? Like a very long landing page.
Yeah, I mean, well, there's some research to figure out, okay, what kind of information goes there, and then how we're going to lay out the section, how we're going to grab the theme and everything from the app, and then we got to embed the form into it. I think we'll get it. Even if it doesn't work on the first prompt, we'll get it on the second one.
Yeah, for sure. Give it a 10 more seconds.
Sure.
In the meantime, if there is any question in the chat, it's the right moment, because
yeah. One downside of coding with AI is you just need to wait, right? Usually when building with Softr, you just build it all yourself, so you don't have to wait for the AI to build like that. So it is a downside of that, but you get the choice. You could do this, or you can code with Softr.
Yeah. Should we?
I got one for David here.
Yeah.
So the cool thing, all right, G, you got to try that again there in the background. But the cool thing that you can do for this is you can connect Softr to specific tables in your data source, or and have multiple data sources. So, for example, Softr is one of the few builders that allow you to have one block on a page that hits your MySQL database, and then maybe your Softr database as well. So we give you really good options to mix and match here to figure out what you need for your application. So if it's a very large data set, that's fine. We do have an official integration with SQL. And you could choose which tables you want to show. You could choose if you want to use it as your user database as well. And then, yeah, we have that native integration for SQL as well. So that should be good for you. So another question here, can I also tell it to look at a certain database and implement that as well? I think you're talking about the vibe coding block here. When we're getting ready to, in the next couple of weeks, within the next month, vibe coding block will be able to read your data source as well. And it will include dynamic data. So similar to how you connect your data source to Softr, you'll be able to do that as well with the vibe coding block, and then it'll be dynamic in that way. Cool.
I got an internet access error earlier. It might be my internet. I might give it a page refresh.
Yeah, I did. I saw you freeze for a second, so maybe you're getting some European internet struggles over there.
Yeah. Now, well, I'll refresh my page here. We can take some more questions in the meantime.
Excuse me. So, hey there, you guys cooked with AI database and workflows. We did. It's so nice, and we're still benefiting from it, and we're adding more to it. Is it possible to build a multi-tenant app where, for example, companies log into my app and invite their colleagues? Of course it is. Softr makes this so easy to do. Way to think about this is, so you'll need to have like a database structure that supports it. So you have users, and then another table for companies, and your users belong to a company, right? And so if you have one company, company X, they go off and invite, 3 employees, they all belong to company X. And then using user groups and visibility rules, you can then say, hey, only show the data for the users that belong to your company. And it will keep that company specific data there in a very safe and private way. So yeah, Softr makes it really easy to do build experiences like this.
And I have actually built a couple of apps where you wanted the end users to invite other users, and there are multiple options there. First, if you're building internal tools, you can also disable signups on your apps, so nobody can just find your website and create their own accounts, but you want to handle users management in a more private setting, and then you can, with workflows, for example, send some email invites, but there are also some native ways to invite new users to your Softr app that you can find in the user settings. So definitely possible.
We got another one here from Frederick asking, why did we choose to take the form onto another page. That's really a builder's choice. We did that because we wanted to have Vibe Coding Block create the entire page for us, right? And then it was going to take that form and embed the form that we want into the page of the Vibe Coding Block in a very neat and organized way. But that's a builder's choice. You can leave that form on the page, you can show it another way, etc. It's just something that we chose to do. Do you want me to try it on my side? Are you running into trouble?
It's yeah, it could be my device internet. I don't know. You can.
Why don't we? So we have it up here. Why don't you share the embed with me, and then I'll try to get it on my side as well.
Yeah. I sent you the studio link. You can probably find it in our templates workspace, or I shared with you the embed link as you want.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I got it. All right, cool. All right. Well, we'll figure it out if it's we'll get this going here. Share screen.
And,
all right. All right. Can you see my screen up now? There we go.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we'll bring us back on stage here. All right. Cool. All right. So try this again here. So we are on the home page, right? And we need to grab the form. So I'm going to go grab the form, click on that, and go over to copy embed code. And then we'll try it again over here. So back here, Vibe Coding Block, static, AI, Vibe Coding Block. All right. I'm going to say, create a landing page for an AI CRM that collects information for digital assets online. Create the full page with proper hero and call to actions and feature segments, and then find a way to embed this form into the page where we can collect additional details for the leads as well. And then embed form, grab that, and we'll cross our fingers. I wonder if we're getting some kind of formatting errors with this embed. Like, it's like, in the background, maybe the JSON is breaking or something. But we did it before the call and it worked.
We did it before, yeah.
Yeah, so that's a little strange in that sense.
Yeah, we also have to re-mention that we kind of released the V0 of that blog just for the Builders Week that happened last week, right? And
it's a V0.
Yeah, it was just to get it in the hands of builders, and it was already used in very nice ways. But our tech team was like, it's not fully ready. They're actively working on it, and I saw also some next evolutions where it can actually connect to your data source, and it will be fantastic. But some minor issues can happen at this stage because we released it.
Look at we can just grab this form URL and just grab that too, and maybe just instead of the full embed code, maybe that's why it's struggling a little bit. We could try that as well. Oh, there it worked.
Right.
All right, let's see. We'll go hide this.
Yeah. You can actually show. Yeah.
Boom, and then we'll hide that, and then we'll preview it.
Nice.
All right. Share this tab. All right. So this is the new landing page that we created. AI-powered CRM for digital assets. Everything you need to manage. But our block is not there. Where did our block go? That's where our form should be. All right. So we'll go back here. We'll say, all right, Vibe Coding Block, we've done all right, but we need to adjust the link for our form to get it to show. Use this form URL within the embed. Let's just see if that works there. And then again, like these buttons, we would then need to follow up and prompt it and say the get started free button goes to X page, and the watch demo page maybe opens up a light box with this URL to show a video. All that stuff is now possible by using this Vibe Coding Block, which is really cool. I do want to showcase actually what that could look like. Again, a little bit of experimentation here. And we're really pushing this thing, but let's see what we can do with it. So I've updated it. Didn't quite come through still. I wonder why.
Oh, I know why.
It's
Because
not visible for logged in users, huh?
the new page that we have created was automatically hidden for visitors.
Yep, that's what it was. Visibility rules. That's what it was, G.
Very
We
safe.
come back. All right, we'll preview this.
Yeah, that's
Ah,
really why.
that's got to be it. But I don't know if it is. Let's try it again. Form hosting, boom, visibility, visitors.
Yes.
And then we'll go to visibility here, everyone. All right. And then we'll also go back to homepage. And I want to tell it to do one more thing. When you click on the watch demo button, open a light box that shows a YouTube video so we could watch the video for the demo using this URL. And then we'll add the URL of a video as well. All right, let's take a question while we're waiting for this. EU is very strict with data security. If I enable Ask AI, is it to still confirm with EU policies? G, you're in the EU. What's up? Do you know?
I can tell one thing that's also we've got a lot of requests from builders and companies who wanted us to also provide European AI providers, and we have some good news there. We are about to integrate Mistral AI, that is a French provider, for example. So that's maybe one part of the answer here. For the details of that specific one, we would need to get back to checking with our team how they handle that. But we definitely make data security, privacy a very strong asset. And as you've seen, we have created here a new page that was actually automatically only available for logged in users, and it actually hid the content of that page. So
and with Softr databases, the data is also hosted in Europe as well. And so it's a good question to bring to our team. We could get more details for that and get back to you. Are there any plans to convert Vibe generated custom blocks into native Softr blocks? Many of the generated blocks are already very similar to existing native blocks. So not really, but kind of. So we are using, there it is. Excellent. I want to do one more thing. I'm getting a little greedy here. Let's remove the border shadow around the embedded form and reduce the bottom padding there in that section. And then we'll preview it and show what we got here. As you can see, this is AI coding back and forth, right? And it's working with Softr to do this. Now, as this block evolves, again, this is a V0, as it evolves, we're going to allow you to connect to custom data. And then we're also going to allow you to expose some of the buttons within that, within the code to then use or enter the URLs in a no-code style. So as this grows, we're going to abstract some of it to make it easier to interact and edit with as well. All right, not quite there, but let's see what we got here. Let's preview.
Yeah, you asked for removing the border shadow, which it did, but you didn't ask to remove the border fully.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, so if you remember, I asked it to have this show a light video to show our YouTube. Let's see if it worked. Boom, we got this. Now this is showing a demo video. Oh, you can't see it on my screen.
We can't see it. It's
what's going on?
Dark for now.
Let's try it again. Share screen. Let's go. Boom. Oh, wait. Right here.
Still.
Bring it up. Bring it up. All right.
Yeah, we have.
All right, cool. So remember, we asked it to add a video here. So when we click here, now we can see a video coming in. All right, so we can have the demo video there. Then we go down the page, and then we have our form. And this form, again, is linked to Softr workflows. So once they fill out this form, it will hit that workflow, and it's all embedded nicely into our landing page. So we're just perfectionists here. So we're going to try to follow up again and say, let's remove the border around the embed form section entirely. Think that should do it?
That should, yeah.
Let's see. But yeah, as you see, we didn't give it any instructions for colors or anything. It took in the theme colors for our application automatically. The styling, the rounding, all that kind of stuff was inherited. And now you could build with it. And so there's a lot of different things you could do here. Again, right now it's static, but you can embed other components. It will be dynamic in the future. And then you can connect this to Softr workflows as well. So really your creativity is the only limitation right now, as there are just so many things that could be done. Boom, look at that. Awesome. I also want to just maybe padding bottom. Boom, there we go. We're going to share this tab, and let's refresh our preview here. And now in the last 15 minutes while on the call, we built an entire landing page for this AI CRM. And we still have a little bit of a border here. We have a little bit of a section here that we don't want. We can adjust that. But otherwise, it's looking pretty good here. It's looking pretty good. What do you think, G?
I really like it. I didn't think about embedding it in that way. In a pretty near future, we will actually be able to have that AI kind of build the new forms from scratch and add all the requirements that you're giving it.
Which is pros and cons, right? Like with our conditional form, there's a lot that we could do for it in a no-code way that makes it so easy. So maybe you still just want to use that. Or if it's a really simple, collect their name and email and then send it here, we could do that. We could even say, hey, AI, when they get started for free, trigger a workflow from Softr workflows to, do this X, Y, and Z. So there's a lot of possibilities that open up there. Before we get out of this session, though, we got to show them the UI triggers for workflows. All right. So let's figure out a way that we could do this. I think that the easiest way is if we go into another page here.
I was actually starting to prepare one.
Okay. You want to try it? You want to bring it up?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
So there is something that the last missing part of the template. Again, this is a live template that I'm creating this week, and that will be released in the very soon for everyone who wants to use this AI CRM. I want to add a button here at the deal level. When you click that button, you get a summary of the whole deal plus all the interactions that are connected to this deal. And for that, I was just starting to create here a button that will actually have the action of running a custom workflow. That is what I've created here. I created a new workflow and selected the trigger UI interaction. So it means that whenever someone will click here, summarize, it will trigger that workflow that we can actually, we can give it a title, etc. But we will then be able to set up all the different steps of this workflow that have to run before we, for example, show an info box with that summary. That could be it, or we store that summary and then we reload the blocks of this page. Basically, we will be able to show a loading screen while this runs. So that's you wait for maybe 10 seconds for the AI to run, and then you have your summary being displayed. I was starting to set that up. I can decide here to send the data to the workflow so we are able to reuse it. So I might give the deal ID, if we have that, the selected record ID here, and that should be enough. If we test that, we have to kind of test it in the preview, I guess, to send a first payload that we'll then be able to reuse.
So you do need to make that workflow live still, I believe, right? Yeah, I think turn it on.
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah, it got the data. So now we got the deal ID. then we can decide.
Let's just quickly talk about what we just did there, because that is a really big step that a lot of people get stumped on.
Yeah. I have created a new button here at this item was showing a lot of information about a deal. I've added a new button that will run a custom workflow. So instead of opening an URL or calling an external API, this time it will start a workflow, a software workflow here that I have. And if I was going to create it again, I picked it from, where is it? Software apps here.
Yeah.
Run custom workflow. So
which it's available as a trigger, not as an action, right? So that's the trigger that starts this workflow.
And we actually have all the indications here. You have to configure such a button that we've done here. This one, I made a little AI icon here. And here I can decide what data to send to that workflow, so we are able to reuse that data. And when we tested it here, we indeed got our deal ID.
So we're passing data from Softr apps to Softr workflows, and we're doing it by grabbing data that's available to that logged in user. So if you go back to Softr apps quick, so we can see here data to use in workflow, and we can add different keys and values. Now the key, it could be it's arbitrary. It could be anything you want, okay? And then the value is the actual value that you're passing. And so we have multiple options here. We can pass value for the logged in user, the details page, the URLs, etc. We can pass that data, and then that data is then used in the workflow that you need to process that workflow. So sometimes you need to pass the logged in user's record ID. So that way you can tie the workflow to that logged in user. You might need to pass the record ID or the email of the detail record or whatever. So that way that workflow runs for that specific record that the user has on their page.
Anyway, so I'm setting the deal ID, and then we can configure, okay, once you click that button, what happens for the user? Do they get and what we actually want to do, especially for AI workflows. We talked earlier about, these new little delays that we introduce with AI, and the best way to let your users know what's happening is here, for example, to show a nice loading screen. And what I really love is that you can personalize the text that they see every 10 seconds, so they also know that it's not broken but it's still working, and you can customize that text, even refer some variables that you got from the workflow. So super convenient to be able to do that.
You could change the loading style for the user if you want them to have a different kind of loading style because the user, once they press that button, they're going to see a loading screen while this workflow runs. So this is where you could change the style of that loading screen. And then you can also add branches here. So if you want, if the user fits into X, then go here and go to this page. Or if the user fits in the Y, then go to here and go to this page. The end user interaction there allows you to choose the end result for where the user lands.
And it's impressive that you can also change the loading screen based on conditions from the branch. So you can really personalize a lot in there. So while they see this loading screen, actually a lot of things will have to happen, in the background, which is our workflow. And so what we would like to do is to basically find multiple records. What I want to find is, all the interactions that we have had with where the company, let me find the way to match that. The company includes any of, first we'll have to find that deal. So find record, and because we passed the deal ID, we can just use it here. The ID is what we sent, through
the interface.
That setting here. I'll just remove that.
Yep.
We'll use that to get all the information about that deal. I usually do that in my workflow. I don't send all the payload, but I just give the ID, and then I grab all the most up-to-date information about that deal. So we'll be able to reuse that.
You could send in the payload too. It's up to you in that way.
It's a personal preference in that case, definitely. And here I will try to get all the interactions for which the company is here, the company that's assigned to our deal, right? So we'll find all emails that have been exchanged with contacts that work at the same company that this deal. So if I do that, I will get here a couple records. 6. Okay, we got 6 emails, 6 interactions. So here we can call it find all interactions. And we can have a last action here that will be an AI step, where hopefully we are able to pass, and say, summarize all American English, summarize all interactions we've had in the past with this company, and we will. We could fine tune this prompt, but here we could just give then all the records, and return a concise 3 points summary, something like that. Here we don't need to search on the web; it will purely be a summarizing task with
choose the model you want. Doesn't need to be so super strong for this.
Yeah, and let's test it to just see what we get. Yeah, we might want to make it even more and strictly nothing else. To make sure
it include any formatting or anything in there?
Yeah, because here it's like, here is a 3-point summary, whereas we just want the summary.
What I also do in there is let it know it's a programmatic response, so it generally knows not to give instructions back. In there,
all right,
in there as well.
What we could even do is like here, I open that and I say improve the prompt in my AI step to make it more specific.
That's fun.
And we can have live our here AI Copilot that will improve our prompt. This should work.
It's just going to replace that right there?
Yeah, that's it.
Wow, very cool.
Right?
Yeah.
I did it already for an email. I wrote just the layout of an email, and I said, hey, can you finalize this email? And it did it for me. Perfect. And then that's the last piece here. We could store the summary, somewhere at the deal level. But for now, let's, we can just here.
Gee, let's talk through like what options we have available for the builder here, and then we can pick what we want.
Yeah. So this is the place where you decide what happens. If you remember, we showed the loading screen. All right, when this workflow is done, so after this final module step is done, what happens? Do we want to just say, all right, it's over, a success message, and for example, sending them like they could stay on the same page if it was just something that had to run in the background and they had to wait to be sure it's over.
And then that toggle is big time. If you know Softr, you know that toggle is big time right there. What does it mean, G?
Yeah, so it means that it will reload the data from all the blocks in this page. So imagine here, we were storing this summary inside for example, if we go back to our preview, we had here actually, I had prepared that exactly for that use case. So we could store our summary here. Let's actually do it. Here, Softr database, update a record in our deals table here. We will edit precisely that deal, and we will edit our digest. Yeah, I had that in mind already. We'll map here the result of the AI. And now it's even more relevant.
Yeah.
So it means that here we will send the data in this field that's currently empty, and what we want what we want to have here is actually to reload kind of the data of that block so it shows up once it's ready.
Yep.
And that's what we'll be doing. So we can then decide to show the type of message here. So it could be like I think this will be what we'll be using, a success message telling, all right, your summary is ready. We could also, in a more informational box, already give the summary right there if we wanted to show a couple informations. But because here we will be having it right in the interface, I think we don't need to. We can just say your summary is ready.
I do want to hit on a couple things here. For navigation, we have the option to stay on the page, open a page, which is an actual page in your Softr app, or open URL. Now, if there was a situation where you need to open the details page for maybe the item that you just created, you can do that as well, but it's a little bit more manual. In that sense, you'd have to do open URL, and then you would craft the URL that you want them to go to. And Softr detail pages have a specific parameter that they need to include. It needs to say, and the record ID, right? And so we would need to include that record ID in a dynamic way within that URL. So then that user can go to that specific detail page for the record that you just created in a very flexible and powerful way. All now possible with this Softr workflows, interaction, and UI triggers.
Yeah, it would look like something like this. I'm not sure the exact
that's
terminology, but you can then have a dynamic parameter here. For example, opening that deal that we were talking about, or something like that. In our case, we're already on the deal page, so we want to hit reload on all the blocks, and
we got to do one more thing. We got to turn it on. We got to turn it on. This won't work unless it's turned on, right? So the workflow needs to be turned on. Yeah, let's update that to ARCRM.
AI deal digest. Perfect.
Great. Update that. Excellent.
So
back
now
to our preview. We're ready to get this out.
Just because here it should be a model, so that's why we have no way to get out of here. All right. I'll refresh that to have the latest version. So I'll be opening a deal here as a sales rep. I see the whole.
Can you go back to that preview quick? The preview quick drop down.
Here,
just one note here. For those that don't know much about Softr, this is where you can log into the app as different users. And more importantly, look at the labels under each. That's showing the user group that user belongs in. So in this case, he just logged in as that user who belongs in, what is it, the sales rep group, I think?
And I've defined in my database a very simple select field that was either you're an admin or a sales rep, because I have two roles for this app. And for example, in my interface, I'm hiding some pages. For example, the my tasks is only available. The condition here. My task is only available to sales reps because admins don't really handle deals or tasks. They're just here to, for example, be able to create new users, to see the global dashboards. They're also the only ones who can, for example, if I open a deal here, I have an action button here to delete a deal, and that's a sensitive task. So only admins can do that. So these are user groups in Softr, and it
allows you to log in the app as that different user and see those different permissions or the experience that user has. So now let's test this thing. So we see this new opportunity here, and what do we want to do? What is this workflow doing again?
Yeah, so as you remember here, we have a lot of interactions, maybe hundreds of emails exchanged over the last year. And we want to be able to kind of refresh, the little summary of what that deal is about, based on what we have just configured is like summarizing all the interactions. So I'm going to click here and see this loading screen. Really cool. It also uses, I think, a little orange of my theme, right?
Yep.
I think it does.
There we go.
And I have my digest right here. We might not want, this to run every time there is a new email, because it will consume AI every single time there is a little email being sent. For example, they say thank you for the meeting link or something like that. You don't want to refresh that.
Yeah.
Whenever you need, you just hit this and you got your refresh.
Or you could also do something like you run it on a schedule every day, and you kind of loop through it and you update those summaries every day if there's something new. Like as the builder, the choice is yours. There's enough options for you to choose, and you can be really flexible with that. I think that's the biggest part here with Softr workflows. We added a ton of power and flexibility to Softr apps to really make it so however you want to build this logic, build the power that is as powering your application. It's up to you now as a builder. Oh, nice. Built-in comments like that. Let's do one question from our dear friend Jafar. So how much is this costing in terms of dollars and cents? So AI workflows, they use two different things. They have actual action steps, and in each step, it's one action. And then you actually use an AI credit. So in our workflow, we have some AI fields that we're using, right? And depending on the AI field, depending on the model that we use for the AI field, it costs a variety of things. So this workflow, it's using two different types of credits. We have the workflow actions that it's using, and then the actual AI credits as well. So it's hard to say how much that actually costs, but it's cents. Like this is very affordable, and you could run a lot of this, thousands of this, until it adds up to dollars, etc. So we're still talking in the cents world here, and it's very economical to run this in a hundreds, thousands away. Once you start running into hundreds of thousands or even millions, Softr workflows and databases can do that, but then that's when it starts to get quite expensive.
But also, JJ, look here. We saw this whole, the architecture behind this AI CRM. We saw that there is a way actually for like the team that is using this CRM. They get notified on Slack whenever there is a new demo request coming in. They don't even have to find data themselves manually, because we have a nice combination of either a little code that will extract their website, also AI that will enrich number of employees, industry, activity. So they can just read these 3 bullet points that for each deal summarizes, I didn't display it here. No, it's at the company level. Summarizes about the company. So they're saving a lot of time, and those sales teams are expensive, so their time is worth a lot. So AI here will definitely lower your costs, because they will be focusing on closing those deals.
Yeah, and think about it like this. You built this in a couple hours, a CRM for your business, and you built it how you want it, right? And we didn't use any code along the way. We told AI to write code for us. We used a drag and drop builder. We used an abstracted interface. So you built this CRM for your business using one tool, one subscription, and now you could build all the custom tooling you need for that. Beyond the CRM, you could spin up, forms, additional automations, additional databases, and to save additional data, all within one now. So it's been a really good month for Softr. And we're going to continue to do this. We're at time now. We did a lot. We did some experimentation. We did Softr workflows on the call today. We did the UI triggers. We did our vibe coding block. We did some experimenting by embedding blocks within the vibe coding block, which is really fun too. We're going to try and do this on a Friday morning cadence. Some Fridays we might miss, but I'm going to add in our Luma calendar here that we would love to have you guys subscribe to. Not only will you be notified about our events for Softr Live, but generally you'll just be notified about all the other events that are coming as well. So let me just grab this calendar real quick. I'm going to share it here. Let's see. I'm going to put it in the chat. And then otherwise, thank you all for tuning in today. It was great getting some of your comments. I hope you enjoyed this format. It's still new. Let us know if there's anything that we can do to improve it. G, you're building a great app. Thanks for doing that. Again, you're making this available as a template.
It will be a template. It will be the live build video will also be available, because I've recorded myself building this live. So it will be, I'll try to make it about an hour. I'll maybe speed up some parts, but you'll also be able to see how you can not only just reuse this template, but understand how to build with Softr, so you can build very different apps for your business, internal tools, external customer portals. You will understand how to design your database, your interface, connect that, and also covers workflows. So you'll be all set, and that will be available very soon. Yeah.
Awesome. We'll make sure to let the community know once it's available. Thanks again for tuning in, and maybe we'll see you next Friday.
Thank you all. Bye.